Hi, I'm Mike from 18 Reasons, and I'm here today to show you how to make your own house-made, homemade, really delicious mayonnaise. Yes, I know you can buy mayonnaise in the store, but this is infinitely better, and it gives you the creativity to flavor it how you want. So we're going to make our own mayonnaise today, and it starts with some eggs. I'm going to take 2 eggs and separate them. We want the egg yolks, not the whites. So I'm going to break the egg into my hand and then pass it back and forth between my hands and let the whites run through. And the yolks stay here. The yolk is what we want. It goes into a bowl. Alternatively, you can also use the eggshell to do that same thing. So you pass the egg yolk back and forth between 2 eggshells until the white dribbles off, and you're left with just a yolk, and the yolk is what we need. So there we go, we're all set with that. We'll use the egg whites for something else later on. Into the bowl we've got 2 egg yolks. I'm going to put in about a teaspoon of Dijon mustard. And I'm going to squeeze in the juice of maybe half a lemon. And that will be the beginning of our mayonnaise. Got a nice whisk. I've got a towel that I've wrapped in a circle underneath my bowl. That holds the bowl in place, so I can do this whole process one-handed, which is important, because once you get started here, we're going to begin drizzling in oil. So, very slowly at first, we're going to make an emulsification. So we're going to dribble in oil very slowly, whisking all the time. It really helps if, while you're making this, you sing the Aerosmith song, Sweet Emulsion. It will make everything work out really well together. We're drizzling in slowly and whisking as we go. And you can see and feel that because I'm doing this slowly, the mayonnaise is thickening, and the oil is integrating in. The mustard is helping keep the liquid and the fat separated so it doesn't split. As it comes together and begins to thicken, you can pour the oil in a little more rapidly. Now, because we're making our own, we can flavor this as we will. Just basically, a basic mayonnaise is just the lemon juice and some salt. I'm going to add some garlic today and make a version of a classic French aioli or garlic mayonnaise. You can see already this has thickened considerably. It's going to take a little more oil, but I want to get the garlic in at this point. So I have 2 cloves of garlic. I'm just going to run the knife through them and break that down. I'm going to get this flavor into my mayonnaise just to make it even more delicious. So I cut it down to make it smaller. And then I'm going to take some kosher salt, put the salt over the top of the garlic like this, and then take my knife and push down and pull back, and I'm using the salt as a sandpaper, and between the salt and the pressure I'm putting downward on the knife, I'm turning that garlic into a garlic paste, and that garlic paste will integrate really nicely into my mayonnaise. Go. Gonna add a little bit more oil. And as the oil goes in, you can tell by the tracks my whisk is leaving in the mayonnaise that it's definitely getting thicker and more delicious. That is a beautiful homemade mayonnaise. I'm gonna taste it. That's not so bad. I'm gonna add a little bit of salt. You can definitely taste the garlic in there. Okay, so this is thickened enough that the ribbon that falls off the end of the whisk stays up on top of the mayonnaise. That's the perfect thickness for me. You can make it thicker by adding more oil, make it thinner by adding water or lemon juice. But that is our homemade garlic mayonnaise. Next, I'll show you how to use it. Okay, so here I have 2 pieces of nice grilled bread. I'm going to take a couple of nice slices of tomato. By the way, you don't need a serrated knife for tomatoes. You just need a sharp chef knife. Serrated knives destroy tomatoes, so just make sure your chef knife is sharp and it'll cut beautiful thin slices of tomatoes like these. So I'm going to take these gorgeous heirloom tomatoes, a piece of grilled bread, and our freshly made garlic mayonnaise. Spread garlic mayonnaise on both sides of my toast because I like garlic mayonnaise. And then we're going to layer in our very beautifully thinly sliced tomatoes, just like that. Really nice. A little bit of extra salt on the tomatoes because tomatoes love salt. Put it together. And now, that is our fresh tomato sandwich with heirloom tomatoes and homemade garlic mayonnaise.